What's good? What's good? What's good? Chiefs Kingdom, your man Wildcard Mar here. Hey, it's a beautiful Taco Tuesday. Y'all know how we get down in the city. And hey, welcome. Welcome to another episode of Arrowhead Chiefs Podcast. Look, I'm rolling solo dolo tonight. All right. I'm rocking solo dolo tonight. And there's a good reason for that. All right. There's a good reason for that. So before we get too deep off into our Chiefs conversation, we got to give a big shout out. Got to give a big shout out to the big homie, Chris Style, the founder, the creator, the fire, the sparks that sparks this Arrowhead Chief podcast. Hey, it's his birthday. He's celebrating the big 83. I'm kidding. my guy ain't 83, I promise, but he is away celebrating his birthday. So, Chris, happy birthday to you, my brother. May you have a great one. Don't get too drunk on a Tuesday for your birthday. Hey, it's your birthday. Do whatever the hell you want to do. So we just always want to make sure that we show love to the big homie. Happy birthday to him, celebrating 84. Every time I'm gonna say happy birthday, I'm gonna up the number of his birthday. No, he's enjoying life with the fam and whatnot. So I'm rocking solo dolo tonight. I know we didn't start at our normal typical 5:30 p.m. time. Look, hey, life was lifing. I was getting ready, getting dinner and all that stuff. It's all good. But we here because we got to talk Chiefs. Oh, of course. Before we get too deep off into our Chiefs conversation, again, happy Veterans Day. To all the veterans that are currently serving, salute. For all the veterans that have served in the past, salute. To the ones that are no longer with us that served, salute. So salute to all the armed service members around the world, representing for USA, protecting our freedoms, our liberties. Hey, don't even know if I'd be here talking about the Chiefs, having this podcast if it weren't for them, but we do. So, hey, thank you again to all the veterans. So, all right, y'all. Of course, the Chiefs were on a bye. They were on a bye. All right. And hey, when your team is on a bye, you do what most football fans do. You watch the competition. All right. So I'm gonna do things a little bit different tonight, in order of sequence. Look, why don't we take a quick recap of Week 10 in the NFL? All right. Looking at Week 10, and this is this is the plus. This is the plus, the benefit of when your team is on a bye. You get to look at everybody. All right. You get to look at everybody. All right. So let's start with just some of the most intriguing games that happened in Week 10. Obviously, there were some injuries to certain players. Look, I think we got the worst football in Week 10. That Monday night game, snoozer. And then they kicked off that Thursday night game that kicked off Week 10, snoozer. We should have knew something was going wrong with Week 10 in the NFL when we kicked off Week 10 on that Thursday night with the Raiders, with the Broncos. I'll talk more in depth about those two AFC West teams, but that was such a horrific game. It didn't it kind of set the bad tone for the rest of the weekend, if you ask me. All right. You get to the Berlin game in Germany, which actually ended up being probably the best game. One of the best, I should say. One of the best games this week in Week 10. Browns, you should be ashamed of yourselves. How the hell the Jets trade away all their defense and you still can't mess up no offense? Huh? Hey, man, see, Chiefs Kingdom, this is why we should be thankful for what we got. It could be worse. You could be a Browns fan. You can have a highly paid defensive end that says he wants to win, but he knew that he was not in a culture of winning, but yet here he is collecting checks. What's good, Mark? If the Raiders had competent quarterback and coach, they win the game. Of course, I agree with you. I actually think that game between the Raiders and the Broncos speaks more about the Broncos because we knew what the Raiders were. We knew the Raiders were cheeks. We knew the Raiders were trash. We knew. All right? We knew. All right? The fact that the Broncos struggle with a trash-ass team says more about the Broncos than it does about the Raiders. Because when you're trash, the only time you shock people is when you don't perform like trash. You're like, oh my gosh. You actually look competent. And when you have an 8-2 record, it needs to go under a microscope a little bit more on exactly how that 8-2 record came to fruition. How did that come about? How did that 8-2 record really get there? We'll talk about that more in depth later. But I'm with you, Mark. Yes, Dylan Gabriel, he trash. So that's why I'm saying, Chiefs Kingdom, let's be more excited about what we got because it could be worse. Hey, you could be a Browns fan. You could be a Raiders fan. You could be a Jaguars fan. Who else is trash? You could be a Saints fan. I mean, goodness. I mean, trust me. You could be a Dolphins fans. Trust Chiefs Kingdom. We ain't got it as bad as others. I know we've been bad in the past, but for the last 13 plus years, all right, since Andy Reid came in 2013, we good. We good. All right. Since we drafted Mahomes, we good. We good. It could always be worse. All right. The Browns don't even know who okay. They know who their quarterback is. They won't play him. All right. They won't play him. I'm with you right there, Mark. Start Shador. Here's the thing. Why not play Shador? What else you got to lose? You ain't winning nothing. You're not winning the division. You're not going to win the conference. You damn sure ain't going to win a playoff game, and you're far away from winning a Super Bowl. Figure out what you got at quarterback because you need to figure that out. That's the most important part. All right? Come on. Yeah, it's a little rough in Ohio right now. The only thing that's worth the damn is them Buckeyes. That's the only thing that's worth the damn in the state of Ohio is them Buckeyes. All right. The Cavaliers, they not too shabby. Cavaliers ain't too shabby in NBA. You know, they not too shabby. But besides the Cavaliers, besides the Ohio State Buckeyes, sports is kind of gloomy right now. All right. You got a pitcher in the Cleveland Guardians that look like he about to go serve some time because he point shaving and gambling. So it ain't looking too good in sports wise in Ohio. But let's get to the other topics of week 10. All right. As the Chiefs were on a bye, so we get to see everything. Jaguars, I've been trying to tell you people that they are fraudulent. How do you blow their lead? How do you blow their lead? Oh, I know. It's because you're a fraudulent team. You're not as good as, you were pretending to be. And to be honest, I'm not going to lie, that loss on that Monday night for the Chiefs against the Jaguars looks even more horrible because that's how bad the Jaguars are. And the fact that you lost to that trash-ass team and you lost focus after looking good against the Ravens and you blow that game, that says, all right, again, let me calm down. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I promise you. But no. Hey, Davis Mills got that long ass what's that? Jeffrey the giraffe from Toys R Us Kids long ass neck. Yeah. He take getting that throat to another meaning. Let me cheer. Let me cheer. Oh, long neck Davis Mills. Hey, but as all jokes aside, he did what he was supposed to do. That says more about how fraudulent the Jags are that Davis Mills came off the bench and literally took you down. Took you down. Now, granted, Houston has a Super Bowl caliber defense. I've said it a million times. Chris has been on the show saying it a million times. Houston has a Super Bowl caliber defense. They just need the offense to come around. We'll see how long CJ Stroud is dealing with the he was in concussion protocol. I haven't seen anything or seeing what's going on with him upcoming weeks. So we'll keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm with you right there. I'm with you right there, Mark. So the Davis Mills magic won't last forever. It won't last forever. It's momentarily, all right? But uh biggest upset of the year might possibly candidate. Bills get whooped. It's one thing to lose to a division opponent. It's another thing to get your ass whooped. And what happened with the Bills and Dolphins? That was an ass whooping. Them boys went down to South Beach, talking shit was gravy, thinking everything was cool. You know, we the Bills, we the dominant team in the AFC East. We've been beating up on you damn Dolphins. You know, Josh Allen's been having career games on y'all and yada, 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 and yada, yada, yada. I'm just like every other NFL fan. They're like, all right, and Dolphins ain't got no chance in this game because the Dolphins are absolutely bad. The Dolphins, you know, they're not going nowhere. The Bills have much to play for. You know, start getting ready for a playoff position there. Everything was lined up for the Bills to just walk away with a you know, a practice game. You know, let's go through the motions, you know, practice some plays, kick their ass, and get out injury-free and keep it moving. That's what that was supposed to happen. All right. If you're a football fan, matter of fact, you can be the casual and you can just look at the Dolphins, look at the Bills, where they're headed, where their, you know, record is, what they look like, and you're like, man, Bills easily got this. They gonna run away with this. Yeah, they took the week off. They had a bye week. You know, and so look, they should have handled business. All right. Here's the difference between good teams and great teams. You know what separates them is great teams beat the teams that you're supposed to beat. And you beat, you don't give them a chance to win. All right. Good teams can mess around and they can beat a team that they're not supposed to beat, you know, get a unsuspected victory. They can do that. But only great teams beat the teams you're supposed to beat. All right. That's what happens. That's what separates everything. So if Burrow is healthy enough to play the Bills in a few weeks, it might be a shootout. I hear you, but I don't know if the Bengals will be playing for anything. So I don't even know if he even bother even bringing Burrow back. Just being honest. But we'll see. We'll see. I know one thing about that game. It does suck that Burrow is hurt again because it takes away from the mystique of Burrow versus Allen, Bengals, Bills. Obviously, you know, a couple of years back, we remember what happened the Monday night and then the playoff game. So they kind of got like a little, I guess a rivalry, kind of similar to Bengals, Chiefs, Bills, Chiefs. You know, I guess in there, Bills, Ravens type-esque rivalry. So, but no, we'll see what happens with that. Back to week 10. Hey, got to give the Patriots credit. We'll talk a little bit more about the Patriots in just a second. That's an impressive victory going down to Tampa Bay. They got Tampa Bay coming off a bye. All right. They need to change Burrow's number to the handicap logo. It's crazy. Yo, I'm done. I'm done. Yo, you crazy for that. You crazy for that. Bears get the win. As in that was the last game for Brian Daboll as the Giants head coach. Hey, Brian Daboll, what did you expect? You were already on thin ice. You were already on a hot seat, and you blow 4, not 1, not 2, not 3, 4 double-digit leads this season. Hello. You're 2-8. All right. Take 4 wins from your loss column. All right. Move them over to your win. You would be 6-4 right now, sir. If you as the head coach have that, what's that? Attitude, mindset, leadership to close games out. It starts with you. It depends on how you're coaching, how you're, play calling to close games out. And you blew 4 double-digit leads. And let's not even bring up the fact that you went 20, 40, and 1 as a head coach. Again, 20, 40, and 1. Somebody can go check my stats for sure, but last time I saw it, it was like 20, 40, and 1 that Brian Daboll went as a head coach. 20 wins, 40 losses, and a tie in about 3.5 years as head coach. Woo! Of course you deserve to get fired. And then you blow 4 double-digit leads this year? Yeah. You can't suspect to keep the job. All right? Can't suspect that. Ravens get a win. They're starting to heat up. Be careful of the Ravens. That's all I'm saying. All right? That's all I'm saying. Saints. Oh, yeah. Chris, happy birthday to you. That's your Panthers, the team that you've been bragging about. Yeah, they still fraudulent. Yeah. They had Tyler Shaw looking out there looking like he was Joe Montana. The Panthers, they fugazi. They fugazi just like the Jaguars. All right? Because, again, the difference between good teams and great teams, you beat who you're supposed to be. You were supposed to beat the Saints, Panthers. You can't follow up that good win on the road in Green Bay, an historical place, and then turn around and just lay an egg at home against at that point, a 1-8 team. Just saying. Just saying. Just a thought, Daboll should either be Tennessee's OC and help Cam Ward, or McDermott gets fired and reunites with Allen as head coach. Ooh. I would probably lean towards Daboll being an OC. Because with Brian Daboll going 20, 40, and 1 as a head coach, and then I want to put him in charge of the Buffalo Bills, nah, that's crazy. I couldn't get rid of Sean McDermott, who literally turned around that franchise and made them perennial AFC East winner, regular visit to the playoffs, couple of AFC championship appearances. And I get it. He hasn't gotten to the Super Bowl, hasn't made the big game. I get it, but it's cool. But I can't go from McDermott to Daboll. To me, that's a step down. That's not even a linear move. That's a step down. Because just me, I feel that way. If you put on a scale of Daboll to McDermott, I don't know. I take McDermott about 11 times out of 11. Damn 10 out of 10, 11 out of 11. Just saying. The NFC South as a whole is terrible. That's why the Buccaneers handle business. But Saints get the win. Cardinals, y'all trash. But the Seahawks, ooh, hell, you Sam Darnold haters, y'all looking real crazy right now. Y'all looking real crazy. Hey, Sam Darnold got a lot of flack this offseason. Hey, man, he went to San Francisco, got some good coaching. He went to Minnesota, got some good coaching. You got Justin Jefferson and Allison, and you got a couple of players out there. You got carried, bro. That's what a lot of that Sam Darnold haters said. Now, I wasn't a Sam Darnold hater, but one thing I need to see more, because let's look at Sam Darnold's career as a whole, from the Jets to Carolina. It was bad. It was bad, terrible, trash, booty juice, whatever superlative you want to use to mean bad. And nothing ever happened really good with Sam Darnold from New York to Carolina. All right. Goes to California, sits behind Brock Purdy for a year. Got some good coaching from Kyle Shanahan. Then last year, he goes to Minnesota, goes to with KOC, Kevin O'Connell. Obviously, they give him Justin Jefferson. They give him Allison as a number 2 receiver, Aaron Jones as your primary running back, Hockenson as your primary tight end. Solid offensive line, and Sam had a great season. All right. Now, it didn't look so good in the playoffs. That's neither here nor there. I'm just talking about overall as a player during the regular season. All right. And you're not wrong. See, Ant, I agree with you. As I just mentioned right there, Sam Darnold has to do it, in the playoffs. He has to do it in the playoffs. Now, granted, you got to get there. And he got there last year. It looked like he's on the way back to the playoffs this year with the Seahawks. Cool. That's not the issue. The issue with Sam Darnold is when you get to the playoffs, can you take all that success that you had in the regular season, great, because there's been some throws. There's been some throws that Sam Darnold was even last year when he's with the Vikings. This year with the Seahawks, you're like, hey, man, this guy's kind of making some throws. You sure this is the same guy that was seeing ghosts? It's like that. And that's kind of how I've been. I'm like, yo, is this the same guy that he was seeing ghosts? And next you know, he's balling. Sam Darnold's having an MVP season. Yes. Believe it or not, he's having an MVP season. All right. And yeah, I think that's going to be a great game to watch. Because what the Rams and the Seahawks are doing, I'm going to be honest, with the Rams, I thought they'd be solid. Obviously the questions and concerns about Stafford's back. I ain't got no issues with that. They got some injury situations going on. Obviously, Puka Nakua's been in and out of the lineup. We'll see what's up with Devontae Adams. So you're starting to have some injuries at the wide receiver position, and yet they're still trucking. Their defense looks good. The Seahawks defense looks good. JSN, Jackson Smith, the Jibbo boy, that boy, bad man. That's a bad man. First receiver to 1,000 yards this season. And he's going to add more. We're going into week 11. He's already at 1K, and he gets to add more. That's a bad man. That's a bad man right there. But no, that's going to be a good matchup. I'm with you right there. I can't wait to see Rams Seahawks. Lions Commanders. Look, Lions did what they're supposed to do. Shout out to the knuckleheads that came through the show a couple of weeks ago. Previewed the Monday night game with us. Hey, they told us what the real was. It's just too many injuries for the Commanders. Too many injuries. They can't overcome them because not only are they getting injuries to key contributors, you just lost your quarterback probably for the rest of the season. I don't even expect to see Jaden Daniels back for the rest of the season. I don't expect. But that was. All right, real quick conversation, real quick, y'all. Do y'all think it's a fireable offense for Dan Quinn that he left Jaden Daniels in that game last Monday? Not yesterday, last Monday or Sunday. Last Sunday night against the Seahawks. He had no business doing in there. They were down, 20-plus points, 7 minutes left. I'm just like any other fan. Like, okay, I could understand if you had a chance to come back. If you had a chance to win that game, yeah, keep Jaden Daniels in there. It's 7 minutes left. You're down 20 plus. You need a divine intervention, a Hail Mary miracle. You need everything. You need Buddha, Allah. You need Johnny Cochran to reincarnate himself, dig out the ground, and get OJ off the stand. Whatever. You need all kind of weird situations to go down in order for them to have won that game. You needed some literally like Armageddon, restart the world. Jesus is about to flush the world and start over. Some kind Noah's Ark type of shit. Some biblical shit to happen for the Commanders to have won that game. So the fact that you kept him in that long, yeah, that was pretty idiotic of you, Dan Quinn, for you to be a veteran football mind, for you to have made that decision. All right, just saying. What's up, O? Fireable? Nah, but definitely should not have been in there with no chance. Although a lot of former players said since he had been injured, he needed the reps. I understand that. Say he needed the reps because he's missed a couple of weeks off of injury. But ain't that what you got practice for? I'm just saying, if you need the reps, that's what I have practice for. I could put the little red or whatever color jersey on you. They can't touch you. You can simulate as much as you can. I know it won't be exactly like it is gameplay, but if you want the reps, go ahead and give them more reps in practice where I can control the amount of touch on my quarterback. Now, you just want to get the reps in an NFL games, you get that because you're not winning that game. And trust me, I don't think you're wrong for this statement, though. I just think it's crazy that we have practice for you to get the reps and you don't have to get touched as a quarterback when Jaden Daniels was already coming into the NFL with a reputation of taking too many hits, not protecting himself, knowing when and when not to take the fight to get extra yardage. He already came into the NFL with questions about his durability because he was already at LSU. He was already at Arizona State taking unnecessary hits. All right. And so when you take unnecessary hits, y'all know them little meters on the video games. You got the fighter game, or Mortal Kombat, whatever, and got the life meter. You take a hit, it goes down. Take a big old hit, it shrink, faster. Or you take another big old hit and finish him. You know what I'm saying? So when you're at that point, when you got a player as fragile, and I don't mean like he's that fragile. I'm saying you have to be more cautious about the hits that Jaden Daniels takes. That's all I'm saying. I just thought Dan Quinn could have been more cautious about playing him in that moment. But it is what it is. But I understand what you're saying, though, because I think you do bring up a good point. He's coming off an injury, missed a couple of games. Let's get you simulated so that we can get you back into things. But it's just a lot of injuries with Washington, a lot of problems right now. So won't be surprised if they won't. I would counter those players. He has been injured multiple times. Just seeing why leave it up to chance. Hey, I'm with you. I'm with you, big dog. I'm with you. What else happened week 10? Rams 49ers, even though the 49ers didn't win that game, Mac Jones. Ain't it crazy how Mac Jones was going to get drafted by the 49ers a couple of years ago, but the last minute they switch up. They gave him end up getting Trey Lance. But they were going to get Mac Jones, but they got him now. And I'm not one of those people that say, hey man, just go ahead, go full Mac Jones and forget Brock Purdy. But I will say, because of Brock Purdy's contract, you got to play him. I need that return on investment. But the only problem is the guy's been hurt. He's been, injured. So I would put Mac Jones at the starting position until I can't. And I know it's not popular. And I know it's not look, I'm not an NFL GM or a head coach, and I don't have those responsibilities and I don't make those decisions. But just for me, football-wise, because Mac Jones has been around and he has, played pretty well and, starting to get into the groove of things, I would leave him in there until I don't have to. I don't think it's a quarterback controversy. I'm just rolling with the hot hand. And then when that hand starts cooling off, I got a guy that I paid a lot of money to as QB1. Get your ass in there. I just think, to me, that seems simple to me. At least common sense thinking in my opinion. Just me. Pete leaving Gino out there. Hey, you got a point. All right? You're not wrong. Or Minnesota coach leaving Wentz out there. It was stupid too. Yeah, some bad decisions. I knew the Rams were going to run the 49ers over. The difference in the first Rams 49ers game was Rams fumbling and Fred Warner playing. Yes, Fred Warner not playing is a huge victory for the Rams. But if we're really being honest, Rams should have won that first game because they beat the hell out of Mac Jones. And they had costly fumbles. All right. They had some costly fumbles in that game. So Yeah, not surprised that they got that get back. Hey, it was abuse, but I was having a conversation with the homie the other day. I would rather take a 50% Geno Smith over 100% Kenny Pickett any day. Kenny Pickett's not good. All right. The fact that he was the default first round quarterback in his draft class should tell you exactly how down that draft class was the year he got drafted. That Kenny Pickett was the marquee quarterback in his draft class. All right? Let that sink in. I'd have left Geno beat up the self in that game too. I call it malpractice, call it a fireable offense. I don't care what you call it. Geno, I know you're limping and gimping, but I can't put Kenny small hands in. He's not good. He's not good. He's not. I'm just saying. No, you right. Hey, there's going to be, hopefully there's some changes going on in Vegas next year because y'all need it. You need it. All right, it's going to be a lot going on. Hot hand let Purdy heal better, but does last name count as Jones going cold, or are the Rams so good? You give Jones a pass. I definitely give the Rams. I give Jones a pass because the Rams are just that good. All right, Rams are just that good. Rams are just that good. So we'll see how it goes. Steelers Chargers, the Sunday night game. Ooh, Steelers. It was all good about a week ago. Well, a couple of weeks ago. Y'all were looking real mighty. Oh man. They get off to that hot 4-1 start. Yeah. And then after bad loss to the Bengals, which you should have won. Bad loss to the Packers. You got out dominated. Then you mess around and beat the Colts, one of the better teams in the league, and you look good. Steelers. Boy, y'all gonna mess around and leave that gate open. I'm calling it now. You're leaving the gate open. All right. Guess who's that creeping in my window now? It be Baltimore. Yeah, Baltimore on that ass. Hey, Baltimore on that ass. Should have handled business. You should have handled business. See, this is the stuff that leaves doors open. Now I'm giving more credit to the Baltimore Ravens because they defense started playing a little bit better. Obviously, you let Lamar Jackson heal from the quad injury, hamstring injury, whatever it was, the leg injury. All right. Make a couple of transactions, couple of moves, and boom, you back in the swing of things. Take the pool table and the foosball table and the arcades out the locker room, say we need to focus more. Okay. I see it. It's paying off. It's paying dividends. Because Pittsburgh's about to mess around and blow this lead. You have full control of that division. Full control of that AFC North. You don't have to worry about Cleveland Browns. They're not good. All right? You didn't have to worry about the Bengals. Hey, their defense not good. All right? We know how good the offense is. All right? You go out and get Joe Flacco, and he does something better for you guys than Jake Browning was. Jake Browning was turning the ball over. All right? So you can't have a turnover quarterback added to a bad, piss poor defense that the Bengals got, and that's what you were getting. That's why they make that trade for Joe Flacco. Instant. It worked. The only problem is you still got that trash ass defense. All right, that's the only problem. And the fact that I'm with you. The fact that the Steelers have to play the Ravens twice. and you're only one game ahead, you should have handled business, but you didn't. It's an A-Rod had them spring chicken legs. Now halfway through, looks like old man Rivers. Ooh, they're peeping in my window. Blow. Not the Steelers now. Hey, I'm trying to tell you, Baltimore on that ass. All right? But I give more credit to the Chargers because the Chargers are just finding ways to win. All right? They're finding ways to win. It's not pretty. It's not sexy. It's nothing. They just keep adding wins when they're not supposed to. All right? Because that was a home game for the Steelers. But they handled business. I know. They were away, but they were in L.A. Will y'all listen to that game? Do y'all listen to every time when the Steelers go to SoFi or L.A. to play any team? It's a Steelers home game. The Chargers have to use a silent count in their own stadium. Huh? But no, the Steelers, man. Man, I don't know what the rest of the season holds for you guys, but you guys, you got some work to do. Got some work to do. All right, got some work to do. Said they going. Said they going. Said go ahead, send that man packing in week 18 against the Ravens. And that's crazy. But that matters now because of now when you're ending the season against a lot of your division opponents, this is why you got to handle business in the first half of the season. Because if you look at how the NFL is setting up these schedules, you're pretty much starting. They'll give you a little bit of division matchups in the first few weeks of the season, kind of give you the rest of your bulk of your schedule in the middle, and then they're going to finish off with division opponents because they one, it affects the ratings. All right. You're supposed to get better product when you get division opponents. All right. You know, that's the thought process. You know each other very well, tendencies, flaws, what you do great, what you don't do. And, you know, more times than not, you get, you know, better product. And I understand that. Competitiveness, competitive games. So that's what the NFL's doing. So it's up to them. And then, of course, you had Eagles-Packers last night, Monday Night Football action. A snooze fest. So which 10-7 game was the worst? Broncos-Raiders or Eagles-Packers? Which 10-7 game was the worst? Huh? We got two games that started and ended week 10. Thursday, you got that 10-7 debacle, Broncos Raiders, and then you had that 10-7 debacle last night, Packers Eagles. If you're asking me, I think the Packers and Eagles one is worse because those are two teams who are supposed to be playoff teams. All right, who's supposed to be jockeying for NFC supremacy. If you ask me, I just thought it was sloppy play from both offenses. The defensive play was actually immaculate. That was probably the exciting thing about that game was you saw good defensive play from both the Packers and the Eagles. But I saw piss poor offense from both teams. The Eagles did not look good on offense. You can't tell me A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Saquon Barkley, Jalen Hurts, Dallas Goedert, you got a Pro Bowl, all-pro right tackle lane, and y'all can't produce no more than 10 points? Huh? Packers, you got all these number 2 and number 3 wide receivers, like Chris like to say, y'all got a whole bunch of guys. No true number 1, which it did show in this game. Because when you don't have a true number 1, who's your go-to? It actually kind of shows that Tucker Kraft was their go-to. Went down with the injury last year. He'll be gone for the rest of the season. And all of a sudden, you can't even muster up a solid red zone drive. These guys crossed the 50 almost, 5, 6, 7 times last night? And you walk away with 7 points? But then again, You look at some of the reports coming from Josh Jacobs. He's like, "Yo, man, these motherfuckers calling our plays." So that's more indicative on Matt LaFleur, French boy, to make sure he does more proper etiquette or adequate offensive play calling. You can't have guys calling out your play calls, especially on that 4th and 1. The Eagles knew what was coming. You can't be basic. Can't be that basic. So, hey, that's week 10 in the match in the whole nutshell right there. You know, LaFleur. Hey, I don't know what's up with Matt LaFleur, aka LaFleur. He better tighten up. He better tighten up. But that was week 10 in the NFL. A recap right there. So next topic I want to bring up is Chiefs versus the AFC. And this is what you get when you are watching on a bye. You get to see all the NFL in action and you get to see your division opponents. So let's take a look at the or just AFC in general. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. If we're talking about what the Chiefs are against compared the AFC, all right? So as of right now, the Chiefs would not be in the playoffs right now. We're being honest. If the season, good thing it doesn't, end in November, and it doesn't, thank goodness. If it were to end in November, the Chiefs will be the 8th seed at 5-4, and they will be literally right outside that last wild card spot because of that disappointing loss to the Jacksonville Jaguars. They had the tiebreaker. All right. So Jaguars are 7 seed, 5-4. The Bills 6-3 would be the 6 seed. 5 seed Chargers at 7-3. The 4 seed Pittsburgh Steelers at 5-4. The 3 seed New England Patriots at 8-2. 2 seed Denver Broncos at 8-2, and the 1 seed 8-2 Indianapolis Colts. All right. Now, obviously, we'll talk about the Chiefs going against Denver. They got 2 more games, obviously, this upcoming week, and of course, Christmas Day. They got the Patriots. No, they don't have the Patriots on the schedule this season. Do not have the Steelers on the schedule this season. They got another game with the Chargers. Obviously, the bad loss to Jaguars. That actually, obviously gives the Jaguars a playoff advantage, a tiebreaker. Same with the Bills. And then the Colts. The Colts will be on the Chiefs schedule in a few more weeks. And to be honest, I'm kind of right there with you. Yeah. Chiefs have to win this game. Wild card ain't safe. I'm with you. I'll be quite honest with you. To be fair, I had the Chiefs going 13-4. All right, 13-4. Before the season started, that was my projected, I guess, win-loss record for the Chiefs. All right, that's what I had. I had 13-4. If I'm correct, I'm trying to remember who I had them beating and losing to. I thought I had that picture, but I guess I don't. It is what it is. Shit happens. I had the Chiefs originally losing to the Ravens, which they ended up winning. I had them originally losing to the Texans. Looking at how the Texans look, I'm not so sure about that. I had them losing to the Buffalo Bills. That happened. All right. And there was another game in there, more like a trap game somewhere. I can't remember where I had the trap game. Regardless, I had them going 13-4. All right. So now that they're at the bye, they're already at 4 losses. We've already heard Patrick Mahomes say, hey, man, we can't afford no more losses. We can't afford no more of this. So if you're looking at the Chiefs compared to the rest of the AFC. And that point right there that Mark says right there, where they got to win this game because it ain't safe. And yeah, just for the fact that the Chiefs are behind two teams in their division, the fact that the Chiefs have some work to do, they have to get past Jacksonville and Buffalo because those are the two teams that have the tiebreaker. They also have to get past the Chargers, who already have a leg up on them winning week one. They have to get past the Broncos, who will play twice. They have to beat the Colts, who they will see on their regular season schedule. So we're comparing the Chiefs to the rest of the AFC. Obviously, Houston, I'm not worried about. Baltimore, they already beat them. You probably have to worry more about the Baltimore Ravens in January, February come playoff time because I think they'll be a more better team than what they were first half of the season. And as you see, they're starting to play better. Cincinnati, not worried. Miami, not worried. Jets, boo. Raiders, trash. Browns, trash. Titans, trash. It's some upper echelon teams that we got to worry about. That's why when you lose to Jacksonville, worst loss. Because what the hell are you doing losing that? The Jacksonville Jaguars, along with them other 9, 10 teams that I named that you shouldn't have to worry about. All right? You should put the Jaguars with the Jets and the Dolphins and the Bengals of teams you ain't got to worry about. What that loss is magnified loud. It's loud. It's a magnified loss now. All right? Game against the Bills, I'm not too worried about it because we've seen this story time and time again under Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid. Bills win the regular season, that's cool. What happens in January, February? That's all that matters. I'm not worried about that loss. All right? Chargers, hey, division game. It is what it is. All right? Comparing them against the Chargers right now, are the Chiefs the better team? I'm not going to fake the fun. I'm not going to be a homer. I like the Chiefs. With the Chargers, here's what the Chargers are doing. Yes, their offensive line is putrid right now because a lot of injuries. Joe Alt no longer be there. Rashawn Slater, he didn't even play a game this season due to injury. They're losing people left and right on the offensive line. I understand that. But they're getting players back on their defensive side. Khalil Mack's now, 2-3 games back now? He's starting to get back in the rhythm of things. Can't forget about that damn good safety they got named Derwin James. They're getting Denzel Perryman is back. He's making so as much as they're lacking on the protection of Justin Herbert, the defensive side of the football is actually starting to become a little bit more healthier, and they're flying across the field. All right, go ask the Steelers. Go ask Aaron Rodgers. What happened Sunday night? That was more of the defense of the Chargers playing lights out. So if you're comparing the Chiefs to the Chargers right now, I would call it a wash, but obviously you got to give the advantage to the Chargers. They got one up. Pittsburgh. Come on. First of all, that Chiefs defense is not as bad as that Pittsburgh defense is. And offensively, come on now. I mean, Aaron Rodgers can only do so much. The play calling got to be a little bit better. That was a very conservative play calling night on Sunday night. Huh? It was crazy. It was crazy. And that's a good point. And so the fact that the Jaguars schedule is so cupcake, and if they stay in front of Kansas City, that doesn't do the Chiefs any good. It does them no good. Again, another piece on why that loss is now magnified even more. That's a bad loss. Can't call it any other way. Chiefs versus Patriots. Right now, Patriots are the better team. If this was January, a wild card divisional game, I'm not gonna lie. The Patriots are the better hand, but I value experience. That's the only advantage I would say that the Chiefs would have over the Patriots right now is the experience of playing in January, the experience of playing in February. Because this ain't Tom Brady and them Patriots. This is a new regime. It's a whole new regime. All right. And I'm not gonna lie. The fact that this Patriots team is actually playing damn good football and is starting to bring those Patriots fans out the woodwork, I'm actually starting to get disgusted. I wish they would suck again. Because I do not need them old 2002, 2001, 2003 vibes of that Patriots fan base coming back. It was nauseating. I don't need them coming out they starting to come out the ground like a thriller movie. They're like for real. Patriot way is coming back. I don't want none of that. I don't want none of that. But the Patriots are playing good football. Playing damn good football. On both offense and defense. Yeah. Just gotta call it is what it is. Right now, yes, the Patriots are the better team. But if you're talking about a playoff setting, they lack the experience. All right. They just do. All right. They lack the experience, and that will be the advantage that plays key to the Chiefs. Just saying. All right. Hey, I'm trying to tell you, dog. Hey, I don't need it. The world don't need it. Ain't nobody asked for them damn cheaterettes to come out the woodwork, popping up like a damn filler movie. I'm trying to tell you. It's gonna keep happening as they keep winning. It's gonna keep happening. But no. Comparing against the Broncos. Obviously, we'll see what happens this week. We'll see what happens Christmas Day. If you're comparing offenses, it's not even close. That Broncos offense is so bad. It is so bad. All right. This is one thing that I was trying to tell Broncos fans. Hold up. Pause. Don't get out of pocket yet. You got to see if your man Bo can repeat what he did last year. And what he did last year was up and down, up and down. It wasn't nothing consistent. The only thing that was consistent about his play is that he was inconsistent with trying to give you consistent play. That's what Bo Nix did last year. He give you good, he give you bad. Give you bad, give you good. Good and bad. Bad, good. Good, bad. Good, bad. Good, bad. Good, bad. That's what he was doing all last year. So it shouldn't be no surprise that he's recirculating the same thing this year of a whole bunch of there's some good moments and there's some bad moments. That's what you're getting. All right? But to be fair to him, all right, I'm going to give Bo Nix a little leeway because I'm actually looking more at Sean Payton. All right? Sean Payton. If we look at Sean Payton as a whole, as a coach, he's been consistent at being inconsistent. Go look at his records. As a head coach, it was spurts, pockets of in there of missing the playoffs, going 7-9, 5-11, or whatever. All right, not even close to repeating the same success the year before. Missing playoffs, and then playoffs, and then missed the playoffs for like 3 seasons, and then make the playoffs, and then miss the playoffs for a couple more seasons, then come back and make the playoffs, and then let me throw in a Super Bowl in there after Hurricane Katrina in 2009, and then boom, bam. So come on, there's been a lot of consistent good coaching, Sean Payton, and a lot of people give that man a lot of I guess too much credit for the success of Drew Brees. I'm not one of them because I thought Drew Brees was a hell of a quarterback before he got to New Orleans. All right. And, some Broncos fans want to argue me down. Oh, man, look what Drew Brees did before he got with. Okay. Drew Brees was actually a solid, damn good quarterback in San Diego before he even got to Sean Payton. Was he an MVP? Probably not. But he was a gunslinger. He was throwing that pill. He had Antonio Gates. Hey, let me get into that guy. He had LaDainian Tomlinson. Let him run the ball. Let me throw some passes to him out the backfield. All right? We also got to put in the context in his time in San Diego when he's with conservative Marty Schottenheimer, who's run first, and he's still putting up damn near 4,000 yards in passing and 20 plus touchdowns. To me, that says a lot. So I'm looking at Sean Payton more than anything. I think Sean Payton is he's an okay coach. I think he's overhyped. He gets more love than what he's supposed to. How the hell does he get tagged with the success of Drew Brees? What other quarterback has he developed? Y'all tell me that. He's supposed to be an offensive wizard. That's what the talks around his name is in the NFL circle. He's a quarterback guru. What quarterback has he developed? You're talking about the same guy that took Taysom Hill and tried to turn a Tim Tebow Part 2 into quarterback. Same guy. Did we all forget that? That failed Taysom Hill experience? Give him a whole bunch of money? Down in New Orleans? Oh, Taysom Hill's the answer to my quarterback. Okay. What are we talking about? Oh no, I'm right there with you. I agree with you. The time and the era that Drew Brees played in, if you're throwing up 3,500 passing yards, you a baller. You the top dog. I can't let Sean Payton get that credit of saying he made Drew Brees. So I mean, and the fact that he was so disrespectful to Russell Wilson, a Super Bowl winning quarterback at that, in the two, and tried to play him like he wasn't shit. And yeah, and still got the nerves to talk smack about him, and he wasn't even thinking about him. Come on, man. I'm just like, why are people giving Sean Payton so much damn credit? What has this man done? That man in my opinion, ain't done too much. Yeah, all right. And then if you comparing the Chiefs versus the Colts, I think it'd be a competitive game. I can't wait till that game goes down in a few more weeks. Matter of fact, is next week, right after the Broncos. So this is a true test for the Chiefs. It's the AFC. It won't be easy. All right. So if anybody wants to come to this Chiefs podcast and think that I'm just going to be all pro Chiefs about everything, no, I'm a realist. I keep it real about my squad. I stuck around them sons of guns when I was little. Since I'm about 2 years old. I'm 38 now. I've been through the ringer with this team. So it would be very disingenuous of me to come on this podcast and act like everything's so damn hunky-dory with the Chiefs. It's not. Against this AFC, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. All right? Again, I predicted 13 and 4. And look, you're at 5 and 4. All right, let's take a rest. Look at the schedule. Obviously, bye week last week. Broncos this week. Tough game. Critical game. Critical game. Critical. Yeah, Chiefs have to stop the run 2 weeks in a row. Big facts. All right. So here's the deal. You got the Broncos next week, or this upcoming week. We'll dig more deep into the X factors and whatnot and players. Look, we know what that defense is, and we know what that offense is. Tough. All right. Here's a good thing. You get the Colts at home. All right. Even though it really shouldn't matter, because you still got to tackle Jonathan Taylor. It don't matter if it's in Lucas Oil. It don't matter if it's in Arrowhead Stadium. It don't matter if it's on Indiana. It don't matter if it's in Timbuktu. It don't matter if it's Africa, Antarctica, North Pole, South Pole. It don't even matter. You have to tackle that dude. He's a bad motherfucker. Formally, period. All right. That's the game that you have to make the coach say, "Hey, Daniel Jones gonna beat us today. It won't be. It won't be Taylor. Got to put it on his arm. That's gonna have to be the game. You cannot let Jonathan Taylor run up and down, put 200 plus on your head like he just did the Falcons. Can't do it. You asking for first train to L in the loss column. That's what you're asking for. Cowboys, Thanksgiving Day, after playing the Colts. Man, that's going to be. Here's the deal on that game. Obviously, we know what the Cowboys' defense is. It's pretty bad. All right. Granted, I will give Jerry Jones his credit for fixing a problem that he made himself. So he goes and has Michael Parsons instead of paying him, he trades him. All right. So now you got a big void on your defensive side. All right. And then he makes a trade. Was Wilson from Cincinnati, linebacker, and he gets Quentin Williams from the Jets. Gave him some first round picks. And it's crazy because it's like for all this movement of getting Kenny Clark, Wilson, and Quentin Williams, you do get more. But if you probably look at it, it probably is about the same amount rather than money and draft capital where if you just paid Michael Parsons. I don't know. But it is what it is. All right. So that's a game that I would favor the Chiefs because you're still waiting to see if that Cowboys defense starts gelling and starts getting better. Not sure. But still. The defense hasn't been good all season. And Dak hasn't shown the ability, and that offense has not shown the ability that they can get past mistakes and make sure that they can cover up mistakes and cover the lack thereof of a Pittsburgh defense that they do have. So, in my opinion, I think that's a win more in favor of the Chiefs. Come on, look at the Cowboys, 3-5-1. Yeah. Look at the Bengals. Same thing. So we'll see. Broncos about to smack y'all. Hey, Steven Seal, have you seen that Broncos defense? Have you seen that? The Broncos defense looks good. Yeah, they do. Have you seen that Broncos offense? I've seen I've seen JV teams move the football better than what the Broncos offense are doing right now. So I don't know about smacking anything. Hey, you did just see that they struggled with the trash ass Raiders team this week, right? I don't know about smack. I'm not disagreeing with you, Steve. The Broncos defense looks good. It does. But they're not that good that they're scoring points. They're not 2000 Ravens. They're not 85 Bears defensive good. They're not even 2015 Broncos defensive good. They need more turnovers, and they actually got to go score because that offense is trash. That offense is booty juice. That offense is abysmal. So I don't know if they're going to be smacking anything. But we'll see. Texans. See, Steve, that's your mistake. Oh, it's about who's missing, huh? Hey, that defense played pretty good without Patrick Surtain. Defensively. Now, offensively, I don't think it matters who's there or not. Yeah, you talking crazy, bro. The same offense has also numbers on y'all, huh? It looks like you failed English class too, so I don't even know how to even put that sentence together. That same offense has also it numbers on y'all ever since. Yeah, damn, Steve. Yeah. Hey, what elementary school you went to, bro? Yeah, we don't need to holler at them about putting your sentence functions together and all that. We don't need to have a talk about that. We gonna need to take a look at that. That's crazy. But no, we'll get into we'll get more into that. But oh my goodness. I think that's what he's saying. I mean, you can look at the numbers. I mean, he has a 1-1 record against the Chiefs. All right. He went 22 of 30, 215 yards, 2 TDs. All right. And that was against the starters. All right. Now, that last game that he had, that January 5th game, that week 18 game, he went 26 of 29, 321 yards, 4 TDs. Man, Bo Nix had a great game. Hey, Steve, did you forget that the starters weren't playing for the Chiefs because they already locked up a number 1 seed as the Broncos were trying to get into the playoffs? Okay. All right. So we're going to play semantics, Steve. We'll do that. Let me finish off everything else. We'll get back to this conversation, Steve. But Steve, appreciate you. Appreciate the interaction. Appreciate you, being part of the show. Appreciate you. But no. If we're being honest and looking at the Chiefs schedule, I think they're gonna win out. And I think they can win out. All right. So in my opinion, they can and they have to win out. I would say the room for error. I would say the room for mistakes is at minimal. You got to keep the turnovers, the bad play calling, the false starts, the illegal motions, the personal fouls. You got to keep penalties, turnovers down to a minimum because the error margin and the room for mistakes is at this point is getting slim to none. I'm not saying the Chiefs have to play perfect football. What I am saying is the Chiefs have to play Chiefs football. And Chiefs football is winning football. Look at the record with Andy Reid. Look at the record with Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes. It's been winning football. So they have to play winning football from here on out, and it starts this week. Speaking of this week, let's talk about it. Chiefs, Broncos. All right. Let's preview it. Shout out to my man Steve. He's in the chat. He must be a Broncos fan because he's very pro. He's very pro Broncos in the chat, and that's cool. Hey, that's what we're here for. All right. So it's all good. No. Again, Steve, appreciate you, man. Do us a favor. Go on over, like, share, subscribe. Hey, although we are a Chiefs podcast, we talk football. Again, there's no bias from me. There's no bias from Chris. Even though we are pro Chiefs, we're pro football. All right. So let's preview this game. All right. I hate to say it to you, Steve. It don't look so good for your Broncos, because who's not on the injury report for the Kansas City Chiefs? It's the quarterback. And do you know that there's a 13-1 record that Patrick Mahomes has against the different Broncos? 13-1. He owns you. He's your daddy. He's your daddy. All right? We could talk about, what happened. Look, there's a difference between, one being a special occasion, 2 being a happenstance, and then 3 is a trend. All right? We're way beyond trend. He's 13-1. That ain't a trend. That's called ownage. All right? A 1-off is cool. A 2 is a happenstance. 3 is a trend. 13-1 is he owns you. All right. He said nobody cares about the Chargers. No, hey, Steve, it's all in good fun, man. It's all AFC West trash talk. We love it. We love it. Um, but look, end of the day, Patrick Mahomes is 13-1 against the Broncos. Now, if you're asking me what would be the I guess advantage for the Broncos against Patrick Mahomes is usually the Broncos have been, they've been pretty good about getting pressure after Patrick Mahomes. All right. They're usually averaging about two sacks per game against Patrick Mahomes, which is, pretty good. Patrick normally doesn't get sacked pretty often. And the fact that they're averaging 2 sacks a game is pretty telling to me. All right. Here's one thing that also scares me about the Patrick Mahomes versus the Broncos matchup, and especially against the defense. All right. Patrick's averaging an interception a game against the Broncos, against that good pass rush, against that good defense that the Broncos are bringing. He's already averaging an interception a game against them. And believe it or not, he's not throwing a lot of TDs against the Broncos neither. All right. They're saying his average is 1.4. I'm calling it 1. All right. All right. Because you can't have 1.4 touchdowns in a game. I'm calling it 1. All right. Overall, 20 touchdowns to 11 interceptions. Yes, it's in favor of the touchdowns. But again, against the Broncos, and usually it's because it's Simmons, Justin Simmons, who's no longer a safety there. Hopefully, the interceptions that Mahomes typically has against the Broncos, because Simmons is no longer there, it won't even matter. All right. So look, it is what it is. Patrick normally doesn't have the most greatest games against the Broncos, but he still comes out on the winning side, 13-1. I'm gonna stand by that all day, every day. All right. And that's with an average playing Patrick Mahomes going against the Broncos. I'm giving a lot of credit to the Broncos defense, especially this year. The Broncos defense there's no denying it. All right. There's no denying it. This Broncos defense is legit. It's legit. All right. So let's get down to the keys to the victories. The keys to the victories for the Chiefs on defense. All right. I think it's simple. If you have an offense like the Broncos that is so inadequate, so inept, you don't let them open up the game on you. So if you have your foot on their throat, you got to stomp them out. All right? You can't leave no door open. All right? And honestly, in this situation, even though the numbers historically in the 2 games that Bo did play last year, his rookie year against the Chiefs, albeit 1 game against, backups, his numbers look good. I won't take that away from him. But what I am saying is keys to the victory for the Chiefs on defense is to shut down the run. Can't let J.K. Dobbins get going. All right? J.K. Dobbins has been looking good. Harvey, the rookie, has been looking solid as your backup, change of pace running back. Can't let the running game get going. All right? This is the point in time that I would actually make Bo Nix, that I would force as a Chiefs defense to say, hey, it's either going to be Bo beating us or nobody else. Because I can't let the running game get going. All right? Can't let that get going. I know the Chiefs defense typically, struggles against tight ends, popped up against the Bills game. With Troutman or any other tight end that the Broncos have, they're not really getting used right, or the production from the tight end position isn't there. So I would not let this be the game that the tight ends start getting off. Don't let the Broncos tight end get off. They've been They've been disappeared the whole season. Hey, don't let this be the week that you let the tight end position of the Broncos magically pop up, and now Trapman is over here looking like George Kittle. No, can't let that happen. Can't let Harvey get off. Can't let Dobbins get off. You must make that damn Bo Nix beat you. You got to beat Mr. If we gonna lose, it's because Mr. Inconsistent got consistent tonight. All right? Hey, Steve, I was actually surprised y'all signed him. I was surprised you signed him. Because I it's not a slap on Aaron Ingram. I actually was surprised that he was available to get signed because I thought he did enough to return to Jacksonville. But what do I know? What do I know? Yeah, that is crazy. Denver is averaging pretty much 5 sacks a game. That's crazy. That is crazy. My man, he says, stop the run for the Chiefs. Yeah, I'm with you on defense. And offense, he says balanced attack. And we'll talk about that in a second. I don't know. I think it's real simple for the Chiefs to just, hey, let's put 8 in the box and let's make Bo. If we're gonna lose, because hey, we'll give Bo Nix his round of applause. I'm not gonna let nobody else beat me. I need to see if he can do it. That's all I'm saying. That does take with getting pressure, obviously. We need somebody else that's not named Chris Jones. So Charlie O, George, Dana, Nandi, Grinnell, anybody else. It don't matter. If you play D-line for the Kansas City Chiefs, you're going to be wearing a white and red jersey just like this one, and you're going to be in Denver, and you are not named Chris Jones. I need you to have a career day. Stopping the run and make Bo Nix beat you. Make him show it. But you can't let J.K. Dobbins start getting off because he's been having a damn good solid season. And you don't want Harvey in that mix going crazy neither. All right? Because once the running game gets going, then that's it. Bo Nix can have whatever he wants. And it's up to Sean Payton to call the game if he wants him to throw the ball or not. But everything will be open for him. If the running game gets going, that'll be a problem. So you got to stop the run. I'm with you on that one, Mark. Got to stop it. Yeah, I agree with you on that, Steve. Bo has been very inconsistent this season, but he was like that last year. And I don't know what time he came in, Steve. I was actually putting more of the fault on Sean Payton. I thought the play calling last week against the Raiders was trash. And I'm going to give the Raiders defense a little bit more credit. They are better this year than what they have been in the past few years. They are. Are they world beaters? No. Are they Super Bowl caliber defense? Hell the fuck no. But they have been playing better on defense this year than they have the past couple of years. So I will give the Raiders that credit. What I will say is what are we doing? I can't remember what play it was. Ran a what was it? A flea flicker on 3rd and 1 or something like that. The Broncos did. Ran some kind of crazy play on 3rd and 1. I'm like, just run the ball. That's been your strength, is running the football. That's your strength. Like, play to it. And also, hey, look, I'm not gonna put all the blame on Bo because there are times where I think he gets rolling and the play calling just messes up his whole momentum. And it's like, yo, what are we doing? I just think it's just more like give more play callings to what Bo does great. And if you're asking me, a football fan, regardless of what my hat I'm wearing, what's in my background, take away the Chiefs fan. As a football fan, I have been noticing that Bo Nix is better when the run game is going. He's coming off a play action. He's coming off a bootleg. You move the pocket for him, and you let him set his feet and get the ball out. Do you guys got the best wide receiver core? Probably not. Is your tight end room the best? Probably not. There are some deficiencies personnel wise, but I also think there's some deficiencies play calling wise. Sean Payton as a play caller. It's so yeah. And that's part of it too. There is the punt throws that Bo has been throwing up the 50-50 balls. Look, I give him credit. He's willing to take the shot. But you gotta know when it's open. You gotta know when it's open. Sometimes they're not. 50-50 balls aren't they're not an offensive friend's best friend. All right. Especially presenters wise, 50-50. It's a coin toss. Either I get it or they get it. But no, when it comes to the defensive side, is if you're going, the Chiefs are going to win this game. The pressure has to be there, and you got to stop the run to force Bo Nix to beat you. And I think that if they do that, Chiefs handle that business right there. They got a damn good chance to win. All right, but here's the counter because man, Chiefs have seen some good defenses this year. They have, but they ain't seen a defense like this. And I'm just going to do it. I'm going to give this Broncos defense a lot of love right now. They're good. Damn good. All right? You're damn good. But they're not unbeatable. All right? We're not going to sit up here and act like this is the same defense, all right, that mess around and let the Giants, that's right, you heard me, let the Giants score on them. 32. The Giants scored 32. We ain't too far removed from that game now. Albeit that the Broncos defense has been spectacular. I mean, phenomenal. Okay, you let the Giants score 32 on you. You let the Cowboys score 24 on you. The Cowboys, and if we're talking about the Cowboys offense, if we're comparing Chiefs and Cowboys offense, Chiefs offense ain't no slouch. Obviously, the more name recognition is going to be, with the CeeDee Lamb and the George Pickens at the wide receiver position. But the Chiefs offense and numbers wise ain't too far off, if not better than the Cowboys defense. All right. What I'm saying is at the end of the day, you have to be mistake-free. Mistake-free. Chiefs on offense have to be mistake-free. All right. And you're like, well, where's the weaknesses from the Broncos defense? Where do you attack them at? Where? All right. Can you go against them at the pass? I don't know. Can you? I mean, they're sixth best defense in the league? Pass defense? The Broncos are? Huh? Okay. All right, can we attack them on the run? And then they got a top 4 rushing offense. Rush defense, I should say. Okay. You got to find some way to get some points on them boys somewhere. Hopefully. I don't know. They got a top 3 scoring defense. They're only letting 17.3 get on the board. And by the way, as much as I'm giving so much love to this Broncos defense, I got to turn around and give the Chiefs defense just as much love. Because if you look up your stats, look at the points, look at the scoring defense for the Chiefs. Oh, they right behind Denver. 17.3 and 17.7 respectively. As much as I was giving the defense of the Broncos rush defense so much love, being a top 4, okay, Chiefs aren't too far behind. Denver's letting 91.2 per game on the ground. KC's 104.6. They're not too far behind. 12-yard difference. Not too shabby. All right. As much love as I was giving the Broncos defense in the air, against the air, being a top 6, Chiefs right behind them being a top 7 defense in the air. I just want to throw that tidbit out. As much love as I was giving the Broncos defense, we ain't gonna sleep on this Chiefs defense, y'all. They playing good too. It may not look as dominant, may not look as lopsided on the TV screen. Are they averaging 5 sacks a game? No. They're not. All right. What the Broncos are doing on that side of the defense when it comes to sacks, they're going to break records this year. They might put it out of reach. They might just put up a team sack record that might get untouched for 15, 20,000 years of how much sacks you're getting this year. Obviously, I'm exaggerating. But yes, they are doing that. They're doing that. All right? So where do you attack? I'll be honest, y'all. This is how the Chiefs attack this Denver defense. Super Bowl caliber defense. All right? One is you can't shoot yourselves in the foot. All right? Now, as historically good as Denver defense is going to be, they are not good at taking the ball away. All right? They're not good at taking the ball away. They do not cause turnovers. So here's your key to victory on offense. Don't turn the ball over. It seems so simple, right? It seems so elementary. It seems like, come on, you're taking low-hanging fruit, Mar. No, I'm really not. It's time of possession and turnover are the two categories that are so key to a W and an L in the NFL. If you win time of possession, if you win the turnover margin, more times than not, you are going to win that game. More times than not. And so when you're going up against a Super Bowl caliber defense like the Denver Broncos, but their only weakness is they do not take away the football. That's their only weakness, is that they do not cause enough turnovers. So you cannot help them by doing what, guys? That's right. You can't help them by turning the ball over. You can't. All right? So you have to be clean football, which, hey, by all accounts, the Chiefs have been one of the better teams of not giving the ball away. They're 2, right behind Philly. Philly's at 1. They only have 4 giveaways all season. Chiefs are right behind them at 5. All season, the only giveaways that they have done. All right? So if you're not giving the ball away, giving Mahomes more time, and this is probably not the game that you go crazy with the play calling. If you ask me, this is the game that you take the 11, 12, 13, 14 play drive. Take 8 minutes off the board, off the time of possession. All right? Have those long, sustainable drives that must end in a touchdown. Must end in a touchdown. Hear what I'm saying now? Because it would be pointless for these guys, for Patrick Mahomes and the offense and Travis Kelce and the boys to go out here and have 13, 14 play drives, take 8.5, 9 minutes off the clock, and we're just letting Harrison Butker just fill up his fantasy points by kicking field goals all day. Stalling. All right? So you talking about keys to victory on offense? You got to have long, sustainable drives that end in touchdowns, and you cannot turn the ball over. And that's their weakness of this Super Bowl caliber defense, is they do not turn the ball over. All right? That's to me is real simple and you know, in my opinion. So we'll see how it goes. All right. I and you know, I just think if you do all these things in cohesiveness, and you bring up a good point right here, the intermediate throws. Uh, you know, I'm with that too. I'm definitely with that. It's an extension of the run game. All right. You talk about. I know Chiefs Kingdom. We kind of been up and down on the running offense of the Chiefs. Actually, and I know a lot of people are like, oh, what trade deadline? Why don't y'all get nobody? Why don't you what? Make a trade and give up draft compensation, pay some money to a player that they're gonna use half the damn time. And they don't even use the running backs that they got in the roster on the team. How many games, Kingdom, have we seen that either Pacheco or Kareem Hunt is averaging 4.5 yards per carry and they got less than 15 carries? Huh? Got to play a clean game. Got to have long, sustainable drives and ending touchdowns. Hey, play calling. As much as I was dissing on down Sean Payton about his radical play calling, Andy Reid, I love you, but sometimes it's fuck you, bro. What are you doing? Because I'm like, I know you hate running the football, but when I got a running back averaging 4.5 or 5 yards to carry, give the man and tote the damn rock. Tote it. It ain't gonna kill you. It ain't gonna hurt you to run the damn football. Come on. You got the speed on the wide receiver end. Use it. Whether it's screen or whether what Mark said, use the intermediate pass. All right? And that's just what it is. Hey, oh my God, Steve, you read my mind. You read my mind. You read my mind. The thing with Pat Surtain going down, you got to attack Riley Moss. You got to attack Riley Moss. The man is, there's been times where the man is burnt toast. And there's been times where the man's come up with some plays. More times than not, he's looking more burnt toast like. All right. Even go against I even go back to the Colts game that I watched with the Colts and the Broncos. Broncos should have won that game. I know there was some other things that happened, but the way that they were picking on Xavier Howard so bad. But then the Colts turned around and picked on Riley Moss. You know what I'm saying? So there will be some opportunities for the Chiefs to get some big plays if you attack the right position, attack the right person. You know what I'm saying? Get the right play call in. There's some opportunities to be had for the Chiefs offense. But if you just simplify it and literally just take what the defense gives you, and Lord, for the love of me, thank you, Josh Simmons, for coming back. Hey, prayers up to you, Josh Simmons. Whatever situation that took you away from the Chiefs for those few weeks, we hope that they are no longer an issue. We pray as fans, as human beings, that you have found peace in your mind and that your family is safe and away from harm. Because obviously it ain't been reported on exactly why you left the team. And I don't care to. All right? From what's been reported, it was a family situation. It's all taken care of. I hope and pray that your family is good. But damn it, as a football fan, damn, I'm glad you back. God damn it. This is Jalen Moore. I like Jalen Moore. I thought he played solid. All right? But you can look at the screen. You can look at the game. And you can see that there is a vast difference between Jalen Moore and Josh Simmons. Thank God Josh Simmons is back. Because we're going to need it. Nick Benito is having a career season, y'all. Nick Benito's going crazy. All right? Nick Benito's going to be a Pro Bowler at the end of the season. All right. Oh yeah. You know, you got none case. Singleton. Prayers up to you. He had a random drug test after last week's game, and lo and behold, oof, he had testicular cancer. So prayers up to him. Prayers up to Singleton that he can recover. He can get back to full health. So prayers up to him. All right. Despite being Broncos Chiefs rivalry, the human in me, the humanity, the human being, the person that I am, prayers goes out to Singleton. All right. Prayers goes out to Singleton, man. Who played all 10 games. He's actually had a solid season, and his season is going to be cut short. But if you look at the stats of all these guys getting sacks, you're already at 46 sacks, and still a lot of football left. But Nick Benito's been playing out of his mind. All right, out of his mind. Jonathan Cooper has been playing out of his mind. You hear me? All right? Out of his mind. Zach Allen, former Cardinal, playing out of his mind. All right? John Franklin Myers, unknown to most casual fans, playing out of his mind. All right? Has anybody heard of Justin Stronard? If you ever see his name spelled Strnad, they probably wouldn't. I probably even messed up the pronunciation of his last name. Playing out of his mind. All right? Literally. You look up and down this roster of the Broncos defense, you got a lot of unknowns, but as a collective unit, this defense is playing out of its mind. This has to be the best performance from Patrick Mahomes, from Andy Reid, from Travis Kelce, Xavier Worthy, all right, Rashee Rice, Hollywood Brown, Josh Simmons, all right, Kingsley Suamataia, Creed Humphrey, all right. Literally every last person on offense has to play their best game this regular season this Sunday, because they are going up against the best defense that they will probably face all regular season. And you cannot give them anything. You cannot give them a turnover. You cannot give them the mistakes. You cannot give them the false starts, the illegal formation procedures. You can't give them any room. You can't make mistakes. All right? So Chiefs Kingdom, I am trying to convey to y'all how important it is that this be the offensive game, that the offense as a whole, from Andy Reid, all right, to Matt Nagy, to Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, to all the way down to the last guy playing offense on the Chiefs. If they are going to touch that field on Sunday in Mile High, you better bring your A game, because that defense is not going to just lay down for you and just let it happen. If there's any team that is probably more fed up with the damn Chiefs in this division, it's probably the Broncos. I know the Chargers won week 1, and they were looking good. All right? Oh, I got you. 9-3. Andy Reid is 9-3 as the Chiefs head coach coming off a bye. All right? So that does give me confidence in this game. With Andy Reid being very meticulous, very particular, record-wise, 9-3, coming off of a bye with the Kansas City Chiefs. Oh, yeah. Hey, Chargers are always going to charge, baby. All right? There's a lot of things in this world. There's death, taxes, and another certainty in life is Chargers are going to charge. Raiders are going to Raiders. All right? So those are 4 certainties in life. Death, taxes, charging, and Raidering. All right? It's a given. It's going to happen every year. All right? But for me, if there's any team that should be more sick and tired of the Chiefs, it should be the Broncos because they, in my opinion, have always played the Chiefs more tough and more close than the Chargers, than the Raiders. All right? We can look at the dominance of Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid against the AFC West. It looks good. But the Broncos have always been that bugaboo. Real close. Real close. But this is the game. This is the game that the Chiefs offense must be on tip-top shape because that Broncos defense is not going to just let you have it. You're for real. All right? My man Kenneth said, just happy to be in the conversation again. It should be a great game. No. In all honesty, this should be a great game. Oh yeah. Oh, Steve, I agree with you because y'all had that game. Y'all had it. But it it happened. It happened. Broncos should have had that game, but it is what it is. I just think when you got a team that is so sick and tired of losing to you, and again, 13-1 against Patrick Mahomes, the Broncos are. They're tired. And I was having this conversation with a friend the other day of, who's more pressure? Who's the pressure on coming into this game? And initially, I said it was the Broncos because the Broncos, hey, man, the Chiefs been winning the division for the last 9 years. The Chiefs been to the Super Bowl 1, 2, blase. And I felt that because of past history and past success of the Chiefs, that the pressure was more on the Broncos. But no, I had to change my answer. And the reason why I'm changing my answer to why the Chiefs have more pressure in this game to win it is because the fact that the Broncos have been taking care of business. They're 8-2. The Chiefs are 5-4. All right. And so when you're 8-2 at the top of your division, and you're facing this team that's trying to get back in that position, the pressure's on the Chiefs. All right? The pressure's on the Chiefs. Because you're 5-4, you can't take no more losses in the division. You can't take no more losses in your AFC conference. You got a tough-ass schedule down the stretch. Pressure's on the Chiefs to win this game. One lane period. All right? Because even if the Broncos lose this game, they're 8-3. The Chiefs will only be 6-4. And still a lot of work you got to do to close that gap between 6-4 and 8-2, especially looking at the Chiefs schedule. And I haven't looked at the Broncos schedule, and as I stated, I'll pull it up right now. They get the benefit of having, they got the Commanders, Raiders, Jaguars. Those are 3 cupcakes right there. You know what I'm saying? Those are 3 cupcakes right there. The only challenges they really got is Chargers, Packers, Chiefs twice. If you can manage those 4, you should manage those other 3 because there ain't no way that you worried about the Commanders. Shouldn't be worried about the Raiders, and you damn sure shouldn't be worried about the Jaguars with that defense that you got. Looking at the remaining schedule of both teams and where they're at right now, respectively, the Chiefs have more pressure to win this game. They have to. Chiefs got to win this game. Pressure's on them. All right. So I mean, it's. I'll just be honest. This is a must-win for the Chiefs. You cannot continue to go down with what you got left on the schedule. I went over it before you got here, Steve. I'll go over one more time. Obviously, the Chiefs got Broncos this Sunday. Colts, Cowboys, Texans, Chargers, Titans, Broncos again on Christmas, Raiders. All right. If you're asking me, I think the Broncos' schedule is more manageable down the stretch than the Chiefs. Just saying. So I mean, it's rough, rough. So that's why, to me, yeah, I'm with you. Rough schedule. I think it's more pressure on the Chiefs to win now because of the circumstances in the schedule down the line. Chiefs can't continue to lose with the being behind. Like Mark said earlier, this is almost at the point where the Chiefs are at wild card situation, and it's not all doom and gloom. Chiefs Kingdom. It's not saying that the Chiefs aren't good. It's not saying that the Chiefs can't win a Super Bowl. It's not saying the Chiefs can't be a playoff team. No, it's because they're 5-4, because they have a tough schedule. Nothing's a gimme. All right, nothing's a gimme. All right. Now, Steve, I will say the Cowboys should be a gimme. Should be a gimme. But, they made some transactions, trade deadline, and they made some moves. Well, we'll see. I don't know if that Cowboys defense will get better. It can't get no worse. That's for sure. We'll see if it actually gets better, but it can't get no worse. Yeah, Titans are piss poor, and the Texans. It's the only thing about the Texans that I'm worried about. That defense is just as good as the Denver's defense. Just as good. They're legit. Super Bowl caliber defense. So we'll see. We'll see. Score prediction. I'm going to be honest, y'all. This is going to be a tight game. Tight game. I don't expect a high-scoring game. I'm not expecting a high-score game. Give me 20-17 Chiefs. 20-17. It's going to be an ugly, beat 'em up slugfest. It's going to be tough. This one won't be easy, y'all. And you bring up a good point, Kenneth, about looking for the Broncos, looking for one of those games that you point to and say, yeah, that was it. Because if you look at they had that chance against the Chargers and they had against the Colts, lost both of them. Right now, I guess the signature win you can say for the Broncos is beating the Eagles, breaking their undefeated streak at that point in time. But other than that, that signature win so far would be the Eagles. Yeah, Steve. Yeah, kind of just and you got them at the crib, got them at Lincoln Financial. So, I would say they're looking more for that signature AFC win. This would be a signature AFC win because you do two things. Matter of fact, you do three things. One, you patent your own record as the Broncos. Two, you take a rival in the Chiefs, and you start dimming their light on their chances to win the division crown or a higher playoff seed. So you do that. Get the higher playoff tiebreaker if it were to come down to being tiebreaker. So you do that. That's three. And then the fourth one is, ain't you about sick and tired of losing to the Chiefs? You would love to beat them. You hate your rivals. You hate losing to them. I mean, I just think you can kill so many birds with one stone if the Broncos win this game. That's why I feel like the pressure is more on the Chiefs to win it. But 20-17 is my score prediction. That's what I'm rocking with. That's what I'm rolling with. That's what I'm going to stick with. All right. Nick Wright doesn't speak for all of us Chiefs fans. All right. I'm being honest. Right. I can't even stand the guy half the time. I can't stand him half the time. Mark going 24-13. I'm going 2017. It's going to be close. I will say this. Broncos fans, what should have hurt your feelings was a performance of that offense against the Raiders. That should have hurt your feelings. Because you like, damn, man, we can't go into playing Kansas City. They coming off of a bye. We already know how Andy Reid is 9-3, coming off of a bye since he's been the coach at Kansas City in the regular season. You know, Mahomes is 13-1 against us. We can't. Nah, man. If that offense plays like that against the Raiders, I think that no. He said that Raiders game felt like in hell. Hey, it was a win, but it felt like an L. Hey, man, I'm just saying, because the Raiders are not good. And they had a chance to win that game. And so if I'm a Broncos fan, I'm feeling kind of down about that. But if you are feeling good about something, if you're a Broncos fan, feel good about the fact that you got the Super Bowl caliber defense is going to give anybody playing quarterback some troubles. So all I'm saying is, if the Broncos lose to, Daniel Jones and the coach, they lose to Justin Herbert and the Chargers, you know what I'm saying? Why can't Patrick Mahomes and his Chiefs get a victory? Why can't they? But I will say this to all my Broncos people in the chat, appreciate y'all again. It's all love. We appreciate y'all. But damn it, we got to beat y'all this week. Chiefs got to do it. I know a lot of people are getting Chiefs fatigue. Oh, we sick of the Chiefs. They always winning. If your name is not Broncos, Patriots, or Colts right now, ain't gonna be too many roadblocks in the way of the Chiefs if they get going and get everything on the right path. Like I know that they can. All right. I know people are going to say the Bills. I'm not worried about the Bills. The way that they just laid an egg against the Dolphins last week, come on, man. It'd have been an equivalent of the Broncos losing to the Raiders. It'd have been the equivalent. All right? It'd be the equivalent. But no, hey, we will see how it goes. But I've talked long enough. We almost on 2 hours of me yapping, and I'm all here by myself, and I almost filled up 2 hours. Ain't that something crazy? But no, do us a favor, y'all. Broncos fans included. Again, even though this is a primarily Chiefs podcast, yes, we do talk all football. Do us a favor. Again, before I sign off, want to wish Chris Dow, the founder, owner of Arrowhead Chiefs Podcast. He is not here today, obviously. It's his birthday. Happy birthday to my dog. He's celebrating his 95th birthday. I told you I'm gonna increase his age every time I say it. I started at 83 and I went to 84. Now he's 95. So, but no. Hey, Kenneth, no, we can't wait. We can't wait. All right, we gotta get y'all. We gotta get y'all at some point in time, man. We gotta close that gap, baby. We gotta close that gap. So yeah. Hey, appreciate you, Steve. Appreciate you, Steve. Kenneth, man, appreciate you too. Hey, you have a good game. Hey, as Broncos and Chiefs fans, the only thing we can ask for is a competitive football game, which I think we will get. All right, I think we'll get that. But hey, God bless you and your family as well, Kenneth, man. Appreciate you. Do us a favor, like, share, subscribe if you can, man. No days off even on his birthday. Nah, this man taking days off on his birthday, man, and celebrating his 120th birthday, man. He turned 138 years old. Now all of a sudden he got to take a day off for podcasting and shit. Ain't that something, Mark? Ain't that something, bro? Hey, but no, do us a favor, man. If I can hit up Chris on any social media platform, get him show him some birthday love. Y'all know where to find us. We're available on all streaming platforms: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all that. Go to Arrowhead Chiefs Podcast. All right. Same thing with social media platforms. All your social media platforms, we there. Arrowhead Chiefs Podcast. All right, we there. We live, putting on for the Chiefs. All right, we showing love. So, hey. I actually kind of like the idea. We might need to expand to AFC West podcast because, hey, love a good AFC West banter, right? I will say there's a good possibility 3 teams from the West might make it again to the playoffs like they did last year. There's a good possibility. Good possibility. But hey, uh, y'all know what it is. Like, share, subscribe. Follow us on all social media platforms. Hit us up wherever you get your podcast needs. We there. All right. Again, happy 230th birthday to my man, my brother Chris Dow, bringing me on to the AHC family, and even giving me the opportunity when he's celebrating his 230th birthday that I get to, still provide you all with great Chiefs content. So I didn't already ran my mouth enough, said enough about the Chiefs, said enough about the NFL, said too many good things about the Broncos that I'm feeling disgusted. I got to go shower. And, hey, that's what it is. That is what it is. Hey, I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you, Mark. Salute to Ken and Steve, being Broncos fans in the chat, getting real active with us. So we appreciate y'all. Hey, man, I'm going to get up out of here. Y'all know what it is. Like, share, subscribe, follow us, show us love. It's free. Support is free. Hey, most importantly, there's I know the 4 things in life: death, taxes, Chargers charging, Raiders. All right. That's what we got for y'all. Hey, love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. And until then, till next Tuesday. All right. Next Tuesday we'll be back, hopefully with the result of a dub. But regardless, we'll be here next Tuesday. And of course, Chris will be back after celebrating his 380th birthday. He'll be back next week. So the whole gang will be back in full attack. So with all that being said, I'm your man, Wildcard Mar. Y'all know where to find me. Going on the Twitter, KC Wildcard Mar. Holla at me. And again, it's Go Chiefs. Peace, y'all. Peace and love. Be good.